We have very clear program called Marshall Plan for Georgia.
Welcome to part 2 of our interview with Mamuka Khazaradze, leader of Lelo for Georgia. In the first part, we discussed the Georgian Dream, its leader Bidzina Ivanishvili, and the Anaklia Port project. Now, let's jump into the second part. We kind of described with you the profile of Mr. Ivanishvili, and so I understand your comments about him, but what about the member of parliament who belong to Georgian Dream? So basically you're describing a situation of Georgians who works against other Georgians. How is possible there are so many people involved in this project?
It's possible because Ivanishvili established here the two systems, the paying money unofficially and to collect the compromise for their surround people, so like ministers, and so it's happened last 12 years. It's not happening overnight. So through the tenders, all these people have the some obligation towards to Ivanishvili. It's like to put people in one ship, and now ship is like sinking,
So you're telling me he created some kind of puppets to maneuver?
Absolutely, it's all the puppets. Paid by Ivanishvili, and part of the corruption scheme.
So I have to ask you something. I'm from Italy, so for us it's quite interesting that the mayor of Tbilisi, Mr. Khazaradze, is a former football player. He was very wealthy already back in Italy. So how can he be part of this project as well?
If you see the master plan of Tbilisi, you can immediately understand that. We have a huge corruption problem, and all city is not big. Georgia is not big. We have so many relatives and friends. It's like the different type of community, and everybody knows everything about each other.
What type of support are you getting from abroad? I mean, your party fully belongs to a prestigious European family that now is also rebranding in Renew Europe. There are prominent representatives, Mark Rutte, Charles Michel, Mr. President Emmanuel Macron. So which support are you receiving from them?
Actually, we are participating mainly on all events, and just all the statements we are receiving. The President Macron, just we got and the Chancellor Scholz, just they made the statement yesterday. All the parliamentarians, Europarliamentarians. So you know what's the problem? They really don't believe that it's really happening. Mm-hmm. Even in Georgia, people don't believe this. How it's possible? Like overnight, but it's happening. And I think the time is crucial now. It needs some action, really action, because it's not about the government, it's about the majority of Georgians who made their choice to fight for their freedom. We need much more clear, statements and action as well against those guys. I don't call them Georgians anymore, unfortunately. They are serving other countries' interests here, and I think I believe that this will happen, but it's happening very slowly, unfortunately. What's kind of nonsense? The people who are turning Georgian inspirations towards to Russia, their kids are studying in European and United States universities. Their kids are getting the help, and the financing and support from European taxpayers and United States taxpayers. And their fathers and the mothers, they are like the turning country to completely different direction. And now, just because Ivanishvili wants to just save himself, and to continue the Putin's, like the order here. So it's. I think the sanctions to those people are very fair, and it should be implemented.
Aren't you afraid that you risk to become like those countries that currently are under sanction? They close even more, and the government turns into a regime.
I think we have to really make the very clear line between the country sanction and between the people. No chance the country should be sanctioned. It's not about the country. It's just about government.
And what is your plan to support now these protests that are ongoing basically every day?
The main point is just now to unite the pro-European parties and to bring them to the election, and this, the protest to convert in the electorate votes, and to to show the people there is a two choice, or Russia or European Union. This election in October will be like a referendum. So
you are building one common list with all the parties?
Our goal, the Lelo's goal, is to build the alternative power, because we saw these two powers. We are running the country. This is a GD and UNM. So we don't want to associate with them.
So you want to be an alternative to both with other opposition parties?
Yes, we want to be alternative to both. And we are talking to those people and to those politicians who want to do the same. Because Georgian electorate, they need to choose not from the past two, but to choose the new one, which is bringing the new vision, new plan, and the action plan, and then the let's say the real way how to join EU in a very short period of time.
What I could see these weeks is that there is mainly Gen Z in the square in front of Rustaveli to protest, and they don't really, how can I say, recognize the politics. So when politicians go there and speak, yeah, okay, I heard applauses, yelling, but they don't really see you, generic, like a point of reference. So what do you think about this?
I understand them. In their age, I also was like that. But the only way to change the system and the breakthrough, it's through the political parties. And I think very important, Gen Z or my generation, to really see the common goal, and the common goal to bring country to EU and to NATO. And this is the only way to survive, actually.
What if Georgian Dream will use this law to exclude opposition parties from the competition?
No, then this will be disaster. This will be the end of the story. So then it means that we should say that we are almost there, but so we should say this dictatorship. So
let's see the things from another perspective. So imagine that they withdraw the law again, okay, or in October you win and they are the minority. Which reaction do you expect from Russia?
All kind of reaction.
So are you also considering the fact that they might attack you?
I don't want to say now anything, but you can expect everything from Russia, like it's happened in 2008. So but I hope that this will not happen. I hope that we can move forward peacefully, and I hope that Georgia will, in coming years, will make good progress towards to Europe. So this I'm sure, because the just about the will of our nation. So our nation always we are fighting for freedom, and that's why we are surviving the centuries.
Last question. You said that in October it will be a referendum, not a real election. So you don't even want to talk about specific topics, but just to send these guys home to bring Georgia fully in Europe and NATO. But imagine to be the leader of the country. Okay, you're the prime minister of Georgia in this moment. How do you imagine Georgia 10 years from now?
Actually, when I'm saying it's a referendum, it doesn't exclude that we don't have a program. We have very clear program called Marshall Plan for Georgia. This is the very comprehensive, very focused plan how to increase the pensions up to 1,000 lari, how to make the new working places for young people especially, because last year we had like 100,000 immigrants from Georgia, how to create 200,000 new jobs in Georgia, how finish the Anaklia Port and the huge city, the smart city in Anaklia, which is just bordering the Abkhazia. So we have for every region design plan. Only thing we need to come to the power and in to show the people what will happen in 100 days, 200 days, 300 days. When I was 30 years in the business, I was very much focused to the result. So like the result oriented. Politics, I see too much talks, people are talking, and so I want to make these talks converted to the real things,
who was complaining about the same things? Mr. Berlusconi
Really?
in Italy. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because so I really see the big potential in my country, really big potential, and this country could be in very little period of time the center of and main player in Caucasus, in region, as a financial player, as a logistic hub, and as the innovation center, and many other things, cultural and many other things. So we have this, and where the people I see who can make this transformation, young people who are on the streets, and our immigrants who made their life and the career in Europe, in the United States, and they have the new knowledge, they know what is Europe all about, they know the law, they have their vision, and I think this combination between young people and the stars from the immigrants, so this combination will bring the very good benefits and progress to my country.
That's all for now with Mamuka Khazaradze. Don't forget to follow, like and share to stay up closer.